The first cut is the online ability tests. Most companies now do have online tests. So the first cut is if you don't meet that criteria, you don't get through. The second cut is around your academics. Again, we do want to hire smart candidates. So we do look for students that do have strong academics. Then what we're really looking for is you as a whole. So at Standard Chartered, and actually in all the companies that I've worked for, so this is probably across the board, we do actually genuinely read your entire application form. And we look for things like, okay, well, what work experience have you had? How long was that? How long were those internships or that work experience? Where were they? What companies, what countries, what role did you play? What responsibilities did you have? If you didn't have an internship, what else did you do? We often look for extracurricular activities. My biggest tip is don't think that we just want to hear about how academic you are and that you've got an internship at a top company. We want to hear the stuff that is like you write a blog, or you play the guitar in a band, or that you work for a charity on a Sunday, or all those, just that interesting stuff that makes you an individual. That's actually the stuff that stands out. And that's the stuff that we go, do you know what, when we interview you, you are going to have some different things to talk about, and you are going to stand out because you become an individual.
How you speak, the thinking behind your answers. How do you draw the conclusion to a question? What made you come to that conclusion? Whether the answer is right or wrong, it doesn't matter. What we are interested in is the thinking process.
A classic question that I always ask my candidates when they say, when I ask them, why do you want to be in the banking industry? Or because I'm very interested in the industry. So my next question is, what was the last major financial industry event that you know about? And for the people who are interested, they'll always be able to tell you what the latest ones. There was one person who told me the last one, that was last year, and he was telling me that the last big event that he knew about was Lehman, and that was many, many years back. Right, so this is one of the things that you have to be true to yourself. If you want to enter the industry, it's really about the passion. The passion will carry you through and really make you stand out. And James was and Karen as well, and they were emphasizing what makes you stand out. And these are one of the few things that make you stand out, in front of everyone.
One of the big pieces around interviewing is being able to articulate, being able to bring across that passion genuinely. So the more comfortable you are in hearing yourself talk, the more confident you will be in answering those questions. And also the ability to listen to the question that you're being asked rather than tell us what you think we want to hear, which does happen a lot because you're super, super nervous and you're like, if I just keep talking, then eventually I'm going to tell them something that they want to hear. No. We ask a specific question because we're looking for a specific answer. So definitely, if you can, prep. Get your friends to prep you, get your family to prep you. If you're at university and they do mock interviews, get them to prep you.
Practice in front of the mirror, you have to be comfortable with yourself. And then when you walk into the room, don't over-prepare in terms of the questions. Know the organization, but don't try to second guess because interviewers like me, I'll throw you out totally off guard. I'll ask you a totally different set of questions. That is one of the traits that we look out for, how you think on your feet. Be interactive, ask intelligent questions, what you really need to know. And it will be, the good interviews tend to be both ways.
I know some of the universities prepare you guys through the interview process. Please do not give us the model answer because we will break you and we will know that you're lying. Okay, I mean, not that so much you're lying, but we know when it is a prepared answer. Because when we probe further, you can't give us substantial evidence to some of the things that you have said. So we would rather that you are honest, you just be yourself. In the common interview technique that we do is we go by this, what we call the CAR technique. So we ask for a circumstance, we ask for the actions that you have taken, and what was the outcome, what was the response to that, the results of that.
if I feel that you're giving me the model answer, I'll ask for another example. If I'm still not satisfied, I'll ask for another example. If you're giving me model answers, then you become a very average candidate. And you don't want to be average, you want to stand out. And the only way for you to stand out is to be genuine and honest to yourself. There's often no right or wrong answers. We don't mind what example you give as long as it comes from the heart, you've really thought about it, it's about you. And it's quite specific. If you don't understand the question, ask us to repeat it. We don't mind, if you're not quite sure of what we're asking you, ask us to explain it. I don't mind.